face with the Oakland booty. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny when a girl...
Hello there, and welcome to episode 11 of Turning Tracks. My name is Kris.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here to talk about the music we love. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about a man who I know because of video games, but is so very much more than that. He's one of the most capable songwriters I've ever heard, seemingly able to effortlessly write works of brilliance that I could only dream of. And he's got one heck of a sense of humor to boot. Keep your robot invasion at bay, because today we listen to the music of Jonathan Coulton.
Ooh, rumple smooth skin. You say you wanna get in my pants.
Well, hello, Matt.
Hello, Kris.
How the heck are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So let's see. For anyone who's new to the show, here's how it works. Each episode, either Matt or myself picks a band or an artist. That person has to choose 10 tracks and 10 tracks only that they believe best represent that band or artist. We listen to them, discuss them, and that's how it goes. So our last episode was some pretty weird music, and this is also going to be weird music, but a different kind of weird music.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. And the fact that I said his name and you have no idea who it is, I think you'll know who it is after I read the little bit about the artist. And okay. I'm curious how much, if any, of his music that you've heard. So here we go. Back in 2004, Jonathan Coulton was a computer programmer. He also just so happened to like to write goofy songs on the side. One day, he was invited to play some of his songs at a tech conference, and when the audience loved him, a light bulb went off, and as did his career. With the internet coming into its own and art becoming easier and easier to share, Coulton started releasing music on a regular basis. And the rest, as they say, is history. He soared to a degree of popularity as the songwriter behind the famous song Still Alive from Portal, and has since lent his songwriting talents to numerous projects, including the closing track from Portal 2, Want You Gone. I wrote Still Alive. That's not true. It's Want You Gone. One of his songs was used as the intro for a TV sitcom. One of his covers was stolen outright by the hit Fox TV show Glee. As well, it's been a pretty wild ride. We open today's episode with that very song, his phenomenal cover of Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Glee covered his cover, including his lyric, Johnny C. is in trouble, and refused to credit him in any way, because fun.
Side note, I'm going to use a dirty word. Fuck Ryan Murphy.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of dirty words in this episode.
Yay! I like dirty words.
Yeah, not a clean songwriter, as it were. So, Matt, now that you technically know who he is, what's your personal history with Jonathan Coulton?
I am not familiar with the person. I am, however, familiar with all the Portal, I'm Still Alive, Want You Gone. Yeah, I have an idea. I'm obviously, I don't know his birth of work. And that's pretty, I mean, look, if you're getting ripped off by Glee, I mean, you've arrived, big guy.
You have, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, wait, didn't Stephen Colbert cover Still Alive?
Stephen Colbert covered it? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I'll look into that while we proceed. So that's really my history with this. I've played Portal and little bits of Portal 2, but I know Want You Gone. I definitely know Still Alive. Actually, my first foray with Still Alive was from Rock Band.
Oh.
And then I eventually played Portal and beat it, and then got the song, and I said, wait a second.
Yeah, phenomenal. Okay, well then this is very exciting. Jonathan Coulton's most of the stuff that I've chosen, it kind of covers the bulk of his albums. I think I picked something off of most of them. A lot of his lyrics are extremely goofy. Not quite Weird Al levels of goofy, but definitely weird. Definitely out there. And I just freaking love all of them. So the first song we're going to listen to is a song called Shop Vac. This comes off of his 2006 album Thing a Week 1. According to Wikipedia, this is the description. Thing a Week was a series of studio albums released by rock musician Jonathan Coulton in 2006. He compiled these albums from his weekly podcast where he challenged himself to write, record, and produce a new song within a week, every week, for an entire year. He had done this to prove to himself and to his fans that he was capable of working with a deadline. So these Thing a Week albums are pretty wild, and in fact, that "Baby Got Back" cover is also from Thing a Week 1. But this is Shop Vac from Thing a Week 1, probably my favorite song on that album. Listen to the story the lyrics tell. They are strange and somewhat disturbing by the end. So here is Shop Vac by Jonathan Coulton.
We took the freeway out of town. We found a place to settle down. We bought a driveway and a swing set and a dog. You got your very own bathroom. I got my very own workshop in the basement. We sit around staring at the wall to wall. Take field trips to our favorite mall. Waiting for the day when all the kids grow up and leave us here. If you need me, I'll be downstairs with the shop vac. You can call, but I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. You'll be okay, cause you'll be upstairs with the TV. You can cry and I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. We hung a flag above the door, checked out the gourmet grocery store. I bought a mower I can ride around the yard. But we haven't got real friends, and now even the fake ones have stopped calling. Maybe if you forget to hide the keys, I'll take a ride to Applebee's. Come home drunk on daiquiris and throw up on the neighbor's lawn. If you need me, I'll be downstairs with the shop vac. You can call, but I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. You'll be okay, you'll be upstairs with the TV. You can cry and I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. I like the Starbucks here, that's better than the other one, cause the other one's not as good. They really need to put a light there, cause it's hard to turn, it's hard to make a left turn. And when it's time to go to bed, I'm still awake inside my head, floating up above the house and looking down. I guess I gotta go back there. Guess there never was any other answer. And as the freeway hums, the cars go by, the headlights roll across the sky, many miles away, and I can see them spinning through the dark. But if you need me, I'll be downstairs with the shop vac. You can call, but I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. You'll be okay, you'll be upstairs with the TV. You can cry and I probably won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on.
That was Shop Vac by Jonathan Coulton. How'd that one make you feel?
It's definitely man. There's it's only one song and I can't place it, but it's giving me really strong vibes of something else, and not at all in a bad way. It's really good. It's so I have such a love and place in my heart for musical artists who can put together serious music and not serious lyrics, but sing it in a serious way.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
To me, it's the musical equivalent of like a Monty Python sketch.
Nice, that's high praise.
Yeah, it really, really is. That's a fantastic song, though.
I love that it's just this like really happy, cheerful song about a mundane life that if you listen to the radio sounds at the end, it's like a report of someone going berserk, and it's like, did this guy go crazy and kill a bunch of people and then hide in his basement? and like even the chorus, it's like, you know, it's kind of silly, like, for heaven's sake, it's really loud with the shop vac on, but the second half of it is, you can cry and I probably won't hear you. Right. So it's like he's got this, it's almost like it's hinting at there's someone just trapped in a loveless marriage who's just going through the motions. It's such a, there's layers to this song. It's so weird.
No, absolutely no question about it. That's absolutely what I was picking up, right? It's very, something brilliant about music like this is it's really straightforward. It doesn't mince words per se. It's a lot of wordplay, definitely, or it can be a lot of wordplay, but it definitely doesn't mince messages, right? And I think that's absolutely brilliant. I was really trying really hard to listen to that radio report, and I caught most of it, and that's kind of what I gleaned from it too. Was maybe this gentleman has flipped his ish, and now he's out there doing the thing, or actually hiding in the basement. Which would make sense if the shop vac's on.
Indeed.
Fantastic. I love this.
All right, so our next song is called Betty and Me. It is off of his album Where Tradition Meets Tomorrow from 2004. These are just in all over the place order, by the way. I didn't put these in chronological order just because the song I wanted to end on is one of his earlier songs, so I figured, well, heck with it, just throw it to caution the wind. This song is very amusing. I will just say that it is about a man and his wife trying to make a baby in an unconventional way. This song is called Betty and Me. Enjoy.
I guess I was skeptical when I first met Dr. Martin. He said we could build a baby out of DNA, and although it was expensive, it was legal in the states where it wasn't banned. It was Betty who suggested we cut out the parts of me that she can't stand. So we made an appointment, and Betty went alone. They worked out the details and then called me on the phone to say congratulations, Dad. Now things are getting better for Betty and me. We're making us a baby that's just like me, only better. And Betty says he'll be taller, and Betty says he'll be smarter, and Betty says that our baby will be better than me. Betty was pretty firm about our baby being human. I said we should give him wings and a nice prehensile tail. He could travel with the circus, making money, making friends with clowns. Betty said, that's stupid, and for God's sakes, would you turn that TV down? Now I've seen Betty happy, but she's never been like this. She glows like someone's girlfriend in the middle of a kiss, and I'm excited too. Cause things are getting better for Betty and me. We're making us a baby that's just like me, only better. And Betty says he'll be taller, and Betty says he'll be smarter, and Betty says that our baby will be better than me. And the love inside me thunders like a storm, and I hope too they keep him in as comfortable and warm. I hope the nutritive solution that they're feeding him doesn't make him fat. Betty's been spending lots of time out late with Dr. Martin. She says that they're working on the baby every night, and Dr. Martin sends her presents like new underwear and a bottle of wine. I'll just keep on writing checks until the day that baby is mine. He might have my mustache or my freckles or my eyes. Betty thinks it's better if we keep it a surprise. I hope I find out soon. Cause things are getting better for Betty and me. We're making us a baby that's just like me, only better. Betty says he'll be taller, and Betty says he'll be smarter, and Betty says that our baby will be better than, baby will be better than, baby will be better than me.
There's Betty and Me by Jonathan Coulton.
Something tells me Betty's going to have a lot of explaining to do.
They're working on a baby every night.
Apparently.
Yeah. So cracks me up.
No, it's fantastic. It again is that thing where it's like, it's a serious song with, serious instrumentation. It's, under any other circumstances would be a serious song except for the lyrics.
Yeah, he plays it so perfectly, brilliantly straight.
Yes,
that it just comes along as just a wonderful work of genius, and it's just a great bit of storytelling in a song. It's just like Shop Vac. It starts off kind of straightforward, and then like, okay, these two don't really like each other all that much, I guess, and she's just straight up banging her doctor. Okay.
Yeah. He's a jerk. She hates being with him, and she's found another way.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny.
All right. Well, our next one comes off of Thing a Week 3 from 2006. This song is called Code Monkey. This was, in fact, used as the theme song for the G4 animated sitcom Code Monkeys. Mm-hmm. This song is way better than that show was. It's clearly comes from a position of Jonathan Coulton used to be a computer programmer. So a computer programmer being a code monkey. So it's got a very interesting lyrical cadence, kind of like the way the code monkey talks almost like a monkey. It's kind of interesting. Are you familiar with this song? Do you remember the show Code Monkeys? Or
I definitely remember the show. I'm sure the minute I hear like the opening chords, that the song will come back to me. But it's not really popping right now.
Yeah, it really just used the chorus to the song. Once the chorus comes, I'm sure you'll recognize it from the show. But yeah, this is such a sweet song. I really like this. I really like this song. So yeah, enjoy. Here's Code Monkey by Jonathan Coulton.
Code monkey, get up, get coffee. Code monkey, go to job. Code monkey, have boring meeting with boring manager Rob. Rob say code monkey very diligent, but his output stink. His code not functional or elegant. What do code monkey think? Code monkey think maybe manager wanna write goddamn login page himself. Code monkey not say it out loud. Code monkey not crazy, just proud. Code monkey like Fritos. Code monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code monkey very simple man with big warm fuzzy secret heart. Code monkey like you. Code monkey like you. Code monkey hang around at front desk till your sweater look nice. Code monkey offer buy you soda, bring you cup, bring you ice. You say no thank you for the soda, cause soda make you fat. Anyway, you busy with the telephone, no time for chat. Code monkey have long walk back to cubicle. He sits down, pretend to work. Code monkey not thinking so straight. Code monkey not feeling so great. Code monkey like Fritos. Code monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code monkey very simple man with big warm fuzzy secret heart. Code monkey like you. Code monkey like you. A lot. Code monkey have every reason to get out this place. Code monkey just keep on working. See your soft pretty face. Much rather wake up, eat a coffee cake, take bath, take nap. This job fulfilling drawing in creative way. Such a load of crap. Code Monkey thinks someday he have everything, even pretty girl like you. Code Monkey just waiting for now. Code Monkey says someday, somehow. Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code Monkey very simple man. Big warm fuzzy secret heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey like you.
There was no reason for that extended note, yet there was every
need for it.
Yeah.
I love that song. It's just, it's a very simple story about a guy who's lives a simple life and likes the girl that he works with. It's a simple story told in a pretty creative way. I like that it's I like how the lyrics are kind of like spoken from a stupid monkey perspective, like just the way they
Code
speaks,
Monkey have boss.
Yeah, exactly. Like kind of like that. It gives it a very interesting personality, but it's also just a really catchy tune. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great story. I mean, so far, this guy's a really great storyteller, which I think is important.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do, especially if you're going to do music where, and understand that I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but you don't necessarily have like a standout voice. You're not really belting out notes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can make up for it in other ways. In this case, it's his ability to tell a story and really, really like make it palpable. I can actually, we've all had like one or two dead end jobs, and
mm-hmm.
There's a coworker or someone you might have a crush on, or your boss is always a dope. You know what I mean? So we can all relate to that, and that's key to some of this stuff really hitting. So. Absolutely,
I mean, just the lyrics. Much rather eat a coffee cake, take bath, take nap. Like,
hell yeah,
that I want that. Can I have that, please?
I want a coffee cake right now and a nap.
I would exactly eat a coffee cake, take a bath, take a nap. That would be a wonderful day.
Yeah.
All right, this next one is called First of May. This is off his 2003 album, Smoking Monkey. This is about the glory of spring. Spring is in the air. It's the 1st of May, and it's a story of a guy who I'm pretty sure it's about a guy who a bird comes and starts talking to him about the about the glory of nature, and it's pretty magical. So here is 1st of May. Enjoy.
This morning I had a scone and a large house blend, then a little conversation with my squirrel and chipmunk friends. I said I'm sick and tired of winter, and I wish that it was spring. Then a little fella named Robin Redbreast began to sing, and he sang, "Ooh, child, what'd you think the cold winter's gonna last forever? Ooh, child, now's the time for all the people to get together outside, 'cause it's the 1st of May, 1st of May, outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite lady. Water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside." I thanked him for the information. I cried a little when he flew away. I watched an episode of The People's Court, and I tried to plan my day. I called up my old lady. She wasn't home, so I called my girl. I asked her if she'd like to join me as I entertain the world. And I said, child, I bring a blanket and I promise I will brush the ants off. Ooh, child, you're gonna like it when we're taking each other's pants off outside. Cause it's the first of me. Outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite thing. Water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside. So we went to the park together. We were walking in the midday sun. We met all kinds of people and we fucked everyone. We fucked the lady who sells ice cream. We fucked a man with a tan sharp head. Everyone who needed fucking, well, they got fucked today. So come on, ooh, child, open your mind and your heart. Feel the spirit moving through you. Ooh, child, you feel the warmth of the love when I stick it to you. Outside, cause it's the first of me. Outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite thing. Water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside. Fucking outside. Fucking outside.
1st of May by Jonathan Coulton.
How do you just not post that every 1st of May?
I certainly listen to it every 1st of May. But it's,
I imagine so.
yeah, that's a great song. I love the fake out of the rhyme, the celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside.
There was something about it. I had a feeling it was going there. And then when he hit it, I was like, yep, there it is. I think because I might have the same mindset.
Fantastic.
But again, it's such a really good piece of music, right?
It's a good song. Like underneath it's just genuinely a good song.
Yeah, it's not reinventing the wheel because it doesn't have to, right? It's well recorded. It's well mixed. It's a good song. It's just good music. Like I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, like the lyrics speak for themselves, right? He's clearly got a very interesting sense of humor and a sharp mind to take that sense of humor and make it, make what he's making.
He's very good at articulating that sense of humor.
Yes, thank you. Unlike me, who can't articulate his way out of a paper bag. So, anywhoozle.
All right, so all these stuff we've listened to so far have been all very independent. This next song is called Nemesis off his album Artificial Heart from 2011, which was his first big studio recording, which was actually produced by, I forget which one of the Johns from They Might Be Giants.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. This reminds me a lot of They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, big surprise. They Might Be Giants think Jonathan Coulton's music is good.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, this is his first, like, they convinced him that it would be cool. Like, the indie stuff's great, but you have more to offer if you go into a studio and, like, really just do it out. And this album was really, really cool because of that. This song actually has lead vocals by someone named John Roderick with Jonathan Coulton doing backup vocals and harmonies. I don't know who that John Roderick fella is. He's got a similar voice to Jonathan Coulton, but it's not quite the same. But this song is fantastic. Like I said, it's called Nemesis. It's about somebody who wants somebody else to be their arch nemesis. It's It's really just a wonderful, wonderful song that puts a big smile on my face every time I hear it. So here is Nemesis by Jonathan Coulton. Enjoy.
It's an amazing smile. Even the suit has teeth. Everything flash and guile. Nothing underneath except a small black heart that no one sees but me. I've been watching, I can see you start to wonder. Could it be that you need me to keep you out, to run you faster? Promise me you'll let me be the one, the worst of all your enemies, pretending you're a friend to me. Say that we'll be nemesis. Being a brilliant man, going to great expense, devising a master plan. It doesn't make much sense unless you find the one you're destined to destroy. Now that you're here, I don't seem that crazy, do I? Could it be that you need me to keep you out, to run you faster? Promise me you'll let me be the one, the worst of all your enemies, pretending you're a friend to me. Say that we'll be nemesis. Oh yes, my old friend, you are a master of this game. The hidden blade, you pretend that you don't even know my name. Well played. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you even notice me. Maybe it's just as well. It's better you don't see the way I'm running, just to keep your back in view. In your shadow, waiting for the perfect moment. Could it be that you need me to keep you out, to run you faster? Promise me you'll let me be the one, the worst of all your enemies, pretending you're a friend to me. Say that we'll be nemesis.
Was Nemesis by Jonathan Coulton, and I love the whole sound of this song. I really love its production. I love the way their two voices work together because they are so similar, but John Roderick's is definitely distinct. And I just love the whole concept of, someone revering the idea of like, I want to hate you. I want you to be my nemesis. Let's when it kicks off, it's an amazing smile. Even the suit has teeth. Like, it just sets you up for the wonderful, strange world that this song takes place in. I really love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of music that does that sort of thing. It's almost it's almost like a musical where they tell, they give exposition through, song and lyric. This one particular reminds me of Dr. Horrible's Sing Along.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Side note, a character I created is in the credits.
Really?
Yeah, you remember they had the contest?
Vaguely.
There was a contest where you create your own villain, and the top 3 get put on the DVD release or whatever. So at the time, I had a friend who was like, "You make movies? Let's do this." And I was like, "All right." So I came up with this character, and then here's the best part. Came up with this character, I hooked up with a friend of mine, we created it, and then we recorded it, he edited it, and then when I went to submit it, I sent the email to the submission place on the last possible day. The next day I woke up and I was like, something feels weird. I went and I looked and I didn't actually send the video.
Oh no.
So I sent another video, and then I was like, yeah, I know I'm past the submission date. And they were like, you are, but, we'll put you in contention. And I was like, it's cool, man. I appreciate it. I want to say that my character is the absolute last character on the list. General Inconvenience. So
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, this is very much like Dr. Horrible Sing-Along. It's a lot of good fun. Like even when he is cursing or whatever, it's still lighthearted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's definitely not much in the way of heavy tones going on here. Even the stuff that's sort of doom and gloom, like even in like Shop Vac, it's still lighthearted. So good times.
Yeah.
Well, our next track is off of the 2005 album, Our Bodies, Ourselves, Our Cybernetic Arms. This song is called Todd the T-1000. It's a story of somebody whose roommate just happens to be a T-1000 from Terminator.
Like you do.
Like you do. So, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's dive right in. Enjoy.
Sometimes I kind of miss the old XJ9 that we used to call Jane. Really good at cleaning and we got along fine, so I couldn't complain. Lately she'd been getting tangled up in the shag rug, and finally one wheel just wouldn't spin. So we said our goodbyes and I traded her in. This new one's kinda creepy, makes me shudder inside with his idiot grin. He's head to toe with muscles and they ripple and slide under translucent skin. Sometimes you stand for hours looking into the mirror and flexing like some guy at the gym. And I'm easily 10 inches shorter than him. Todd, the T-1000 scares me. I don't think he knows I've got a right to exist. And he sits in my favorite chair and dares me. And when I look over, he is making a fist. One finger at a time. I ask him if he'll vacuum and he doesn't respond, but I know that he heard. I turn and catch him looking when he thinks that I've gone, and he flips me the bird. I asked him when we started, please stay out of the bedroom, but I don't think I'm safe anywhere. When I wake in the dark, I can tell that he's there. Todd, the T-1000 scares me. I don't think he knows I've got a right to exist. And he sits in my favorite chair and dares me. And when I look over, he is making a fist. One finger at a time. So I live like a ghost while he's living like me. It's not my house anymore. And I sneak out the door while he's watching TV. Down to the sidewalk store. I got some new arms installed at the store. Buy the biggest ones I can. Head back to my house. Todd answers the door. He sees more than just me. My right arm is a smasher like the trunk of a tree, and the left one's a saw. I cut the couch in half and then I smash the TV with my big smashy claw. He's standing still and silent, I can't tell what he's thinking. He blinks a single glowing red eye. So I give him a shove and then Todd starts to cry. Todd, the T-1000 scares me, but I think he knows I've got a right to exist. And he sits in my favorite chair and dares me, but when he looks over, I am making a fist. One finger at a time.
It's so stupid. I can't. It's so stupid.
I love just the vibe of the song is so matter of fact.
Yes.
Like the music itself is so matter of fact. It's like, yeah, we had to get rid of our old robotic roommate whose wheels got stuck in the shag carpet. So now we have a T-1000 living with us, and he scares me. Don't think he realizes I have a right to exist, which is a great line.
That is, yeah. I love that line.
And then of course he cybernetically enhances himself to fight back. In the end. Just chef kiss. It's brilliant. You're right. It's so stupid, but it's so good.
Some of the best stuff is like the stupidest stuff, right? I'm a big fan of Stephen Lynch, and he does very similar. I don't want to say parody music, but all
it's
his
like
stuff
novelty music, but I feel like that's derogatory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't like that term either. I don't know what you would call it, because there's boatloads of talent here and with Stephen Lynch, and it's like undeniably good on a sonic level. You know what I mean? And then you get into the meat and potatoes of it, and it's funny. It's so well written. It's good stuff. This is the one thing I remember about Stephen Lynch was he went on the Opie and Anthony show, for those of you who may remember that, and one of them said to him, if only you would use your powers for good instead of evil, you'd be rich as hell. Because he's got that voice, and and so does Jonathan. Like, Jonathan's this is great stuff. It's silly, like it's so necessary though, because there's a whole swath of people that are like, hey man, listen, these bands, these artists, they're great, but I don't mind laughing at music,
Yeah. Sometimes you just want something that makes you smile.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is really doing it. So,
all right. Well, this next one is again off of Where Tradition Meets Tomorrow. This song is called Mandelbrot Set. It is about a math equation that I only know about because of this song, but it is, I believe, a real math equation, the Mandelbrot Set, and this will explain to you what it is. So, please enjoy.
Monsters, cried the terrified mathematician. Every one of them a splinter in my eye. I hate the Pinot space in the Coke curve. I fear the Cantor ternary set. The Sierpinski gasket makes me wanna cry. And a million miles away, a butterfly flapped its wings on a cold November day. A man named Benoit Mandelbrot was born. His disdain for pure mathematics and his unique geometrical insights left him well equipped to face those demons down. He saw that infinite complexity could be described by simple rules. Used his giant brain and he turned the game around. And he looked below the storm and saw a vision in his head, a bulbous pointy form. Picked his pencil up and he wrote his secret down. Just take a point called T in the complex plane. Let's see 1 b z squared plus C. Z2 is Z1 squared plus C. Z3 is Z2 squared plus strings and wire you one badass fucking fractal. And you're just in time to save the day, sweeping all our fears away. You can change the world in a tiny way. And you're just in time to save the day, sweeping all our fears away. You can change the world in a tiny way. Come on, change the world in a tiny way. Come on, change the world in a tiny way.
All right, that was Mandelbrot Set by Jonathan Coulton. It's a song about a math problem and the guy who wrote it, and a math equation. And a guy wrote it, and I don't understand most of it, but I love it, and I love how much he loves it. This is one of the nerdiest songs I've ever heard. And like this also reminds me of a lot of stuff from They Might Be Giants, like, you know, Why Does the Sun Shine and stuff like that. It's like, just take the glory of the glory and joy of something like education, of like how cool it is to be smart, and just make a really celebratory, badass fucking Fractal song out of it. You know, it's great.
I mean, I love fractals to begin with.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they really, really are. It's such a... yes, this is really very much like a lot of They Might Be Giants material. And I mean, if you're going to borrow or be inspired by, why not, you know, They Might Be Giants? Yeah, I can't keep saying it enough. It's really good music, very solid music, solid recording, production value. He's got a good voice. Mm-hmm. He's got a great mind, you know, to be able to put material that is already written into musical form, you know, to be able to make like what do you call it, those equations and stuff into lyrics. That's no small feat, right? It's one thing to write something like Shop Vac because it's just straight from the mind and you can kind of, you know, do what you need to do. But this is that's a little tougher to make, you know, fractile equations into lyrics. So hats off.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Totally awesome song. We got a couple more for you too. This next one is again off of the album Artificial Heart from 2011. It's called Good Morning Tucson. I believe it is about somebody who works on a morning show who doesn't want to. So here is Good Morning Tucson. Enjoy.
Still so dark because it's still so early, and the chipper little girlie at the front desk doesn't mind at all. These phony living rooms and fake plants are killing me. This bad coffee's filling me with equal parts joy and rage. Put my makeup on and crack in half. I choke back a laugh. Find the camera with the red light. Good morning, Tucson. The lights come on, and so I smile wide and say, Good morning, Tucson. I throw to you before I throw the rest away. When I was coming up, I got the donuts, which means I got the donuts that I wanted. There was no young punk to steal my jelly glazed, and I'm still sort of amazed that you can be born in the 90s. When I don't like what they talk about, I take the earpiece out. They just cue me through the window. Good morning, Tucson. The lights come on, and so I smile wide and say, Good morning, Tucson. I throw to you before I throw the rest away. While they do the weather, I pretend I'm writing something, but I'm really far away. Really far away. I keep my smile warm in case they turn the camera on, 'cause now I have something to say. I have something to say. Camera's melting, but I just keep going. It's been a pleasure knowing you. I wish you all the best of luck. When the prompter dies, I'm comfortable winging it. I'm practically singing it, the song that tears the world apart. Through the smoke beyond my parking space, I see my giant face on the billboard by the highway. Good morning, Tucson.
Good Morning Tucson from Artificial Heart. What'd you make of that one?
So, I used the word palpable before, and I can absolutely see like a middle-aged man with, like a nice coiffed of hair who just wakes up and is miserable. And he goes to the show and he's getting his makeup done and he's just miserable. Like, I have a full music video in my head right now for it, right? And it's exactly what you would think it is. And it's so good. It's great. It's great. Because, I mean, again, we've all been there. I personally had a job where I woke up before the sun was up. I didn't even get to my job site before the sun was up. So I know what it is to wake up that early and drag yourself to your job. And then the crazy part was all my coworkers were these cheerful women. I worked for a grammar school for a period of time. And they're all like, good morning. And I had to like, good morning. And then under my breath, I'm like, ugh. So I absolutely get this one,
Yeah. It is certainly, yeah, you're right. It's palpable. It's like it puts such an image in your head, and it brings me joy. Speaking of songs that bring me joy, and a big thank you to my wife for pointing out that I left this one off my list initially. So I replaced a song called IKEA with this one. He wrote a song about IKEA. Go figure. But this is a magnificent song off of his most recent album, or at least his most recent original album, Solid State. The song is called Don't Feed the Trolls. This one is less of a funny song and more of just really good advice. It's really a phenomenal song, and it makes me really happy. So here is Don't Feed the Trolls by Jonathan Coulton. Enjoy.
Lucy had a steamboat, steamboat had a bell. Lucy went to heaven, she still felt like hell, so she only gave it 2 stars. Worst place ever. She's the kind of person, anyway she tries, always disappointed. So she never feels surprised when she is always disappointed. She holds my hand like I'm a barbed wire fence, dance like they're watching you, 'cause they are watching you. And when the bright nights find you, don't let your heart get lazy. Keep all the worst behind you, that stuff will make you crazy. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Hello operator, please give me number 9. If you disconnect me, I think that would be fine, because all I can hear is talking. So much talking. Appreciate the outrage, did the best I could. Thought about your think piece, I don't think it's any good. And anyway, I didn't read it. Who writes this stuff? 'Cause it makes no sense. I just checked my privilege, and it looks fine to me. And when the bright lights find you, they're gonna shine right through you. Keep all the worst behind you, don't let the words get to you. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Tides are in the meadow, bees are in the park. Girls and boys are kissing as we stumble in the dark. We don't have a lot of time left. You clutch your chest, you fake a heart attack. Laugh it up, nothing looks good on me. Somebody called, they want their something back. I'm not a piece of meat, I guess I'd like to be. And when the bright lights find you, bro, come on bro, don't tase me. Keep all the worst behind you, that stuff will make you crazy. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Don't
That's Don't Feed the Trolls by Jonathan Coulton, and that song warms my heart. It's such, because it is still a little goofy, like there are still silly lyrics, but if I don't miss the point of the song, which is entirely possible that I do, is to not be afraid to be yourself and to believe in yourself. Because once you start getting internet attention, people are going to pick you apart. But if you believe in what you're saying and what you're doing, then be a little arrogant if you need to, or not even arrogant, just be confident. And yeah, don't read the comments and don't feed the trolls. Best advice ever. Song warms my heart. I really, really love this one.
I mean, look, I couldn't agree with you more, right? I remember my very, very first band, absolute trash. We were terrible. Played our first show, and there was some write-up somewhere, and, we got a garbage review. We were a garbage band, we got a garbage review. But I remember at the time being so annoyed and saying to myself, like, something that's always stuck with me for a long time, like, oh, you think we're so bad? You think you could do better? Go out there and go do better. You know what I mean? But it's true, right? It brings me to today. Don't read the comments. Don't feed the trolls. My wife has a tendency to dive into the comments of videos, and I'm like, you are made of tougher stuff than I am, because it's always so nasty, and I can't.
The dregs of humanity.
I just can't do it, right? I just can't. So, very sound advice from a very smart man, who I'm sure has, had his fair share of slings and arrows.
Oh, I'm sure. I really, really like the production on this one, too. You mentioned before that his voice was not particularly anything special, but like this is one of those songs that proves that this guy really can sing. He's got a really strong vocal performance in this song, and I love hearing the evolution of his work to be so clean. Like this one is just a really, really well produced song. It's a good album too. I just listened to it. I hadn't heard this album before prepping for this episode. I heard this song, and then it just kind of like floated out into space of like, oh yeah, there's a new Jonathan Coulton album. I should probably do something about that. That was back in 2017, and I just kind of fell through the cracks. But yeah, this is a really good album, and it's probably my favorite song on it. It's just a wonderful piece of music.
Yeah, I want to kind of maybe take back what I said about him not having like a really standout voice. He has a really, really good voice, and I think it's very standout for what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I find that a lot of the guys, not that there are a lot of guys, but a lot of the guys that do this style of music tend to have unique voices. In the grander scheme of things, like sure, some of these guys, some of these artists will get lost in the shuffle. But he's got a very unique voice. It's just shy of a falsetto. It's like an alto, and it's really nice. Like this is all really good, pleasant music. Even the part about fucking, you know what I mean? Like
outdoor fucking.
Excuse me, outdoor fucking, and even that's wonderful. But I digress. It's good stuff. He's got a really unique voice for what he's doing. I meant it more in the grand scheme of things, But yeah, I'm enjoying this.
I'm glad you are. Sorry to say we're on our last track. This is my favorite Jonathan Coulton song. I don't even want to say anything about it. It's got a wonderful melody, and it tells a fantastically entertaining story. It's just my favorite song of his. It's off of Where Tradition Meets Tomorrow from 2004. This song is called The Future Soon. Enjoy.
Last week I left a note on Laura's desk. It said I love you, signed anonymous friend. Turns out she's smarter than I thought she was. She knows I wrote it, now the whole class does too. And I'm all alone during couples skate, when she skates by with some guy on her arm. But I know that I'll forget the look of pity in her face when I'm living in my solar dome on a platform in space. future soon. I won't always be this way. When the things that make me weak and strange get engineered away. It's gonna be the future soon. Never seen it quite so clear. When my heart is breaking, I can close my eyes. It's already here. I'll probably be some kind of scientist, building inventions in my space lab in space. I'll end world hunger, I'll make dolphins speak, work through the daytime, spend my nights and weekends perfecting my warrior robot race, building them one laser gun at a time. I will do my best to teach them about life and what it's worth. I just hope that I can keep them from destroying the earth. 'Cause it's gonna be the future soon. I won't always be this way. When the things that make me weak and strange get engineered away. It's gonna be the future soon. I've never seen it quite so clear. When my heart is breaking, I can close my eyes. It's already here on earth. They'll wonder as I piece by piece replace myself. And the steel and circuits will make me whole. But I still feel so alone until Laura calls me home. I'll see her standing by the monorail. She'll look the same except for bionic eyes. She lost the real ones in the robot wars. I'll say I'm sorry, she'll say it's not your fault. Or is it? She'll eye me suspiciously, hearing the whir of the servos inside. She'll scream and try to run, but there's no way she can hide. When a crazy cyborg wants to make you his robot right. Well, it's gonna be the future soon, and I won't always be this way. When the things that make me weak and strange get engineered away. It's gonna be the future soon. I've never seen it quite so clear. When my heart is breaking, I can close my eyes. It's already
That's the future soon. I love how quickly it goes off the rails.
Oh yeah.
It just starts off as this perfectly normal kid, embarrassed at school, likes a girl, and just turns into a science fiction epic. Freaking love it. Or he's a supervillain who destroyed the world. It's not your fault, or is it?
Yeah.
So good.
Is it?
So good. Oh, I love this song to death.
Say, I love that ability to tell a story. I'm always envious of people who can tell stories in such a short period of time. Because I, as a storyteller, as a writer, I like to have the time to allow things to unfold and marinate. But you got a 3-4 minute song. You don't have a big window, so I'm always impressed when someone can tell just a fantastic story, very concise, within that window of 3 to 4 minutes. And yeah. and then to top it off, excuse me, it's all humor. And there's some kind of M. Night Shyamalan plot twist that you're like, what? I didn't see that coming. Right? It's fantastic. He's done such a fantastic job, and I applaud his career.
The joy of singing phrases like, I just hope that I can keep them from destroying the earth, or what a crazy cyborg wants to make you his robot bride.
Yeah.
The way it transitions right at the end of the first verse of like, I know I'll forget the look of pity in her face when I'm living in my solar dome in a platform in space. And so, okay, this is where we're going. The idea of just the things that make me weak and strange will get engineered away. It's Because, like, on one hand, is it actually telling this sci-fi story, or is it just this little kid who's embarrassed imagining this whole story all the way up to, you know, she lost her eyes in the robot war, and then,
yeah,
like, it's difficult to say, but either way, I think it's a brilliant song, and I love it to bitty bits. One of my favorites.
Absolutely.
And that's that about wraps it up for Jonathan Coulton. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know me, I love a good song that can tell a story, and I love a bit of humor in music. So,
and this has that in spades. So
yes, it absolutely does.
Go track down all of Jonathan Coulton's music. It's all wonderful. He's immensely talented and frustratingly talented man, especially the Thing a Week. When you listen to those, just like, really? A week. Thing a week, every week. How dare you?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to that thing. It's like, I'm so envious of someone that could tell a story. I'm so envious of someone that could just churn out material. Like, where do you find the time, and what is it? Is it a fountain? Is it a faucet? Dribs and drabs? Is it a deluge? What's going on here?
My skill has always been disseminating other people's work, and I always wished that I was good enough to be a creative the way that these people are.
You know, you're not wrong. When it came to music, that's what I was. I would always say things like, "That's good, but what if we did this?" Or like, "That's great, let's rearrange it this way here." And oh, yeah. And I always felt the same way you did. Like, I wish I could just string melodies together, and man, it's so funny.
Well, that is our show. Join us next time for Matt's next pick. Matt, what are we listening to next?
So I racked my brain. I've been racking my brain for a while. You think it wouldn't take much when you have a small one, but it takes a lot. Yeah, you had said to me at some point, you scratched your musical itch. This band has been popping up a lot for me lately, and there was a record store release that just came out, record store day release that just came out, and I had to get it, and it reinvigorated me into them again. So we're gonna dive into Horse the Band.
Horse the Band. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show.
Yeah, I'll bet. The only thing I know of Horse the Band is that one song you played on that one episode of Waveback. It was that we did a while back.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll make sure not to put that song in the list.
All right, sweet. All right, well, we here at Turning Tracks are incredibly grateful to everyone who listens. We love communicating with you when we can. We have a couple of ways you can do that. There's the Geekade Discord channel, in which we have a Turning Tracks chat, where we hope to discuss all manner of stuff related to music and whatever our next episodes are going to be. And of course, you can always still send us an email at mail@geekade.com. And while you're at it, check out all our social media channels, which you should totally follow, like, and subscribe to if you haven't already. Turning Tracks and other Geekade podcasts are made possible thanks to the Geekade Patreon page. There, patrons can get access to a monthly podcast topic and recording schedule, get early access to most of Geekade shows, including this one and more. If you've enjoyed our podcast over the years, follow the link in the description and give it a look. We really appreciate it. Finally, as always, be sure to check out all the other great content we have on our site over at geekade.com. We are going to leave you with a song that has earned its own level of internet fame and has become sort of a Halloween anthem around my house, or at least it's a song I tend to hear a lot in October. It's called Your Brains from Thing a Week 2. Matt, if you haven't heard this song, I highly recommend, even though we're not going to listen to it on the show, giving it a listen to on your own, because it's a song about a group of zombies replying via email about their zombie invasion of a mall.
It's so good.
It really is so good, and it has a wonderful hook, and it just seemed like the perfect song to end with, because I don't know, it's great. So let's stave off the zombie invasion, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy.
Hey, Tom, it's Bob from the office down the hall. It's good to see you, buddy. How have you been? Things have been okay for me, except that I'm a zombie now. I really wish you'd let us in. wanna say I understand why you folks might hesitate to submit to our demand. But here's an FYI, you're all gonna die screaming, all we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here, maybe we should compromise. If you open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains. I don't wanna nitpick, Tom, but is this really your plan? Spend your whole life locked inside a mall. Maybe that's okay for now, but someday you'll be out of food and guns, and you'll have to make the call. I'm not surprised to see you haven't thought it through enough. You never had the head for all that bigger picture stuff. But Tom, that's what I do, and I plan on eating you slowly. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here, maybe we should compromise. Open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains. I'd like to help you, Tom, in any way I can. I sure appreciate the way you're working with me. I'm not a monster, Tom, well, technically I am. I guess I am. Wrap it up. No, we'll get to common ground somehow. Meanwhile, I'll report back to my colleagues who were chewing on the doors. I guess we'll table this for now. I'm glad to see you take constructive criticism well. Thank you for your time, I know we're all busy as hell. And we'll put this thing to bed when I bash your head open. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here, maybe we should compromise. You open up the doors, we'll all come inside and eat